Good morning. Good morning. Mic check.
Because this is where the magic begins.
We dipsides. We have come a long way to get to where we are today. We painted walls and powered footfalls. We united voices to make humane choices. We went on green drives to heal and to thrive. We smashed boundaries and engraved everlasting memories. But are we done yet? Oh no.
Delhi Private School Sharjah creates islands of meaning in a sea of information. The school is devoted to excellence. Who will make a difference globally.
Destinations and our testimony to successful Delhi private school Sharjah culture. Each one of them is advocating for the other, building community and creating opportunities to learn and inspire. Delhi Private School Sharjah is an inclusive school where we modify and extend our curriculum to cater to the needs of every
We dipsides. We have come a long way to get to where we are today. We painted walls and powered footfalls. We united voices to make humane choices. We dipsides. We have come a long way to get to where we are today. We painted walls and powered footfalls. We united voices to make humane choices. We went on green drives to heal and to thrive. We smashed boundaries and engraved everlasting memories. But are we done yet? Oh no.
Delhi Private School Sharjah creates islands of meaning in a sea of information. The school is devoted to excellence in teaching, learning, creativity, innovation, and developing student leaders who will make a difference globally.
Our alumni have reached their dream destinations and are testimony to successful Delhi private school Sharjah culture. Each one of them is advocating for the other, building community and creating opportunities to learn and inspire. Delhi Private School Sharjah is an inclusive school where we modify and extend our curriculum to cater to the needs of every student. Our more able and gifted students explore the depths of the curriculum in our enrichment and accelerated programs. The deeper content not only challenge our students but also keeps them motivated. We believe that innovation comes from the diversity of thought and experience and encourage being resourceful and taking initiatives.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise as our distinguished guests for the morning have arrived. Kindly be seated. هب نفسك أولاً.
Love yourself first.
تعلمت فتعلمت فتغيرت.
I suffered. I learned. I changed.
Assalamu alaikum.
And a warm good morning. Delhi Private School Sharjah stands at the vantage of inheritance of great ideals reflected by two nations, UAE and India.
These two great nations, in its various trials and tribulations, rose like a phoenix through the history, starring stories of grit, persistence, audacity, and perseverance. And these two great nations teach us the most invaluable lessons of life. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.
Let's begin today's morning by saluting these two great nations, requesting everyone to rise.
العالم بالتأكيد مكان أفضل للعيش فيه.
للعيش فيه.
The world is definitely a better place to live when we unite in purpose and strive for our dreams and goals together. Individually, we are but a drop, but together, a great ocean, a great force.
We are not alone in this world, and that is exactly what our performers have expressed today. I, Trinab Sahani,
And I, Sagrika Mehta,
are truly honored to lead you through this first of its kind event, Project Unboxed. Together, let's embark on a journey that promises to be nothing short of extraordinary.
Carpe diem, seize the day, is what our principal and director always says. And she urges us to take responsibility for our choices, our decisions, our lives, and our happiness. For any hesitation, there's a soft nudge. For any trepidation, a volley of encouragement. For any setback, there's great support. And the most important of all, every individual at DPS Sharjah has a voice.
Our principal has been at the helm of seamlessly integrating well-being into our daily routine, establishing an inseparable bond between holistic wellness and academics. Her vision in directing our school's mental health initiatives and the well-being of every student has left an indelible and transformative impact on our lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, with immense pride, I now invite our principal and director, Ms. Vandana Marwa, to deliver the welcome address.
It is okay not to be okay, but it is definitely not okay to stay that way. Mental health is not a destination, it's a process. It is really not important where we go, but it's very important how we go that defines the quality of our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to each one of you, and I proudly welcome you to this forum provided by Delhi Private School Sharjah, the first of its kind, the Youth Mental Health Conclave. And with this initiative, we wish to engage the youth of today in serious conversation. We want them to unabashedly discuss the various aspects of mental health and also find solutions to these problems. That's the only way forward. And to give it the perfect start, I stand before extremely inspiring individuals, leaders par excellence, each of whom faces challenges every single day, but they emerge a winner only because of their mental strength, clear vision, and positive outlook. There is so much to learn from each one of them. It is my unique privilege to welcome very warmly our chief guest for the morning, somebody who's been instrumental. Ladies and gentlemen, please first join me in welcoming Her Excellency Dr. Mohidita Al-Hashmi, Chairperson of Sharjah Private Educational Authority. Your Excellency has been the catalyst in bringing about a change in the educational scenario of Sharjah and Northern Emirates. In a short span of time, since its inception in 2018, Sharjah Private Educational Authority has elevated the presence of Sharjah schools in the UAE. I am very confident that in the coming years, it will be the most sought after destination or the Emirate for high quality education, not only for students, but for educationists as well. Your Excellency's commitment to mental health of youth is very evident with your gracious presence this morning. Thank you, ma'am, for being with us this morning. And this is a great encouragement to each and every one of us. And I hope you carry back with you memories which are happy and satisfying about your day spent with us in the morning. And on a personal front, ma'am, you inspire me. Sharjah Private Education Authority is our driving force in the UAE, in India. Central Board of Secondary Education is the commander of our fleet. With more than 28,000 schools under its umbrella, it is one of the biggest curriculum providers in the world. And it has more than 260 schools in foreign countries. And of those 260 schools, the highest number happened to be in the United Arab Emirates. And today we are very of Central Board of Secondary Education. Please join me as I very warmly welcome Ms. Rama Sharma, who was the former Director of Media and Public Relations. Ms. Sharma has been instrumental in the successful implementation of innumerable initiatives taken by CBSE towards mental health of millions of students across the country. She has flown all the way from Delhi. Ma'am, thank you so much for being with us this morning. It is a known fact that planets reflect the light of sun, and how much light they will reflect depend on the proximity with the sun. Please do not worry, I'm not to deliver a lesson on astronomy, even though stars fascinate me. But for Delhi Private School Sharjah, our sun is our esteemed leader, our go-to person for all our problems, because we know we will not only get the best solutions, but we will also get guidance, which comes with years of experience, foresightedness, clarity of thoughts, and most important, empathy. We have witnessed occasions when he has risen through challenges like a phoenix. And today we are fortunate to have with us our Managing Director, Dr. Dinesh Kothari, who provides us all the encouragement for all our ambitious initiatives. You know, Delhi Private School Sharjah family is a very strange family. Whenever we take on ambitious projects, we never ask why. We always ask ourselves, why not? And then we have a leader like Sir, who says, what more? Sir, keep pushing us, and we will do you proud. I also take this opportunity to very warmly welcome all our distinguished guests from Sharjah Private Educational Authority. Mr. Ziad, Director of Continuous Improvement with SPIA, you know, he is a magician. We were told in 2019 that we are going to face one of the biggest inspections. I think we will first warmly welcome him, and then I'll tell you about him. We were told in 2019 about this forthcoming inspection, and all the heads of the school entered into the meeting thinking impossible. And then we met Mr. Ziad, who encouraged us, gave us so much confidence that the word impossible became, I am possible. And we became excited about the inspection. And that excitement continues. Thank you, sir, for always being available to us. Every student has a favorite teacher. DPS Sharjah was assigned the first school advisor in the form of Dr. Hunada. And we very proudly, in our ignorance, showed her what all we have achieved. She very patiently congratulated us and then told us how much more needs to be done. And the road is really, really long. And we felt quite embarrassed of our false pride. But that's not where it ended. She went ahead and created the most progressive portal for learning for all educationists, the professional development portal, Sharjah Education Academy. She is the force behind that, and we are so grateful for that, because this is the most sought after learning platform for educationists across the country. Ma'am, you'll always be my favorite teacher. I also very warmly welcome a warm welcome to Mr. Johannes as well, who's now our school advisor, for creating an extraordinary community of learning leaders, sharing, collaboration. That has become our tool. A warm welcome to Dr. Mukhtar and other distinguished guests from Sharjah Private Educational Authority. Platforms like Project Unboxed only become successful when colleagues from the fraternity support it. So my heartfelt gratitude and a very warm welcome to all my learned colleagues from the esteemed institutions. Mr. Riyad, Ms. Summer, Dr. Nazreen, thank you for coming here. This is the best gift to our generation, our time. I also take this opportunity to very warmly welcome all the counselors
From various schools. You know, we are very reassured that this is the right call, because when we started the project and sent out invites to various schools, we got an overwhelming response. More than 200 delegates from 15 premier institutions are here this morning to discuss on the most serious topics which affect mental health. So a very warm welcome to all the counselors. I'll take a minute to congratulate Team Project Unboxed. It is the brainchild of Health and Mind Club, very ably headed by our well-being supervisor, Ms. Elizabeth Matthew. And I express my gratitude. And I express my gratitude to my colleagues in the leadership who supported the idea and have put together such a mammoth conclave. Finally, to all my delegates. The rest of the day is going to definitely be very, very stimulating. You must discuss, deliberate fearlessly. Bring forth all the problems, but also find solutions to the problem. Once you're on the road to find solutions, we are on the right track. So all the best to you. Look forward to an exciting session. I would just like to conclude by saying this thing towards mental health, which is, you know, there's none sitting in this room who has not undergone stress. But that is the time we reset and steer ourselves towards positivity. Our struggles do not define us. It is how we deal with struggles which define us. We get ample opportunities to choose. Let's choose wisely. Let's choose joy and happiness, and therefore give life a chance and celebrate this beautiful gift called life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ma'am, for your impactful words. Your words have always instilled us with boundless inspiration.
There are stones and thorns in life. It is up to us to make bridges and gardens with it. Life is to be celebrated. So let's celebrate the beauty of life.
Life is a journey with peaks and valleys, a symphony of emotions that paint our days with happiness, sadness, and occasional anger. Amid it all, let's never overlook the need to celebrate this beautiful existence.
A leader, great and humble to the core, with energy and zeal always in store, works for the people's progress endlessly and leads them all selflessly. This great leader is none other than our Managing Director, Dr. Dinesh Kothari.
Happy morning. Assalamu alaikum. A day like this, when you start, the life gets meaning. And one starts thinking that I've really not wasted my time. It was well spent, well invested, and that is evidenced by the students, by children. And when you feel that, there's a joy, there's happiness, therefore there's peace in mind. And when you have peace in mind, there's the mental health. And that's what I feel. Dr. Mohadita, your presence here means a lot. Dr. Sharma from Delhi, Mr. Ziad, all the colleagues, and our most dynamic, charged principal, Mrs. Vandana Marwa. Full of energy. All delegates here, teachers, my colleagues. You know, I did not know much about this mental health except during COVID, when we found that most of my friends whose grandchildren, they started suffering because they were not able to go outside the house. They were not meeting their friends. Online learning was there, but the soft skills were missing and they were unhappy. And that's where you need to unbox it. And thank you very much for doing what you're doing. And thank you all the students who have taken the initiative. The other thing Mrs. Marwa was saying, that challenges, how do you face them? I'll have to speak that in Hindi because that I can't express in English, and I'll try to translate to the best of my knowledge. असफलता एक चुनौती है, स्वीकार करो. Failure is a challenge and you must accept it. सोचो, समझो और सुधार करो. Introspect, think about it and improve upon it. जब तक न सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, until you succeed, don't rest, don't pause, don't sleep. जब तक न सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, और मुश्किलों से घबराकर मैदान छोड़कर मत भागो तुम. आखिर बिना कुछ किए तो जय जयकार नहीं होती, और कोशिश करने वालों की हार नहीं होती. What it means is, don't rest till you succeed, and don't give up, because those who give up don't succeed, and those who make effort never fail. And that's what the mental health is all about. Determination. You know, other day, Mrs. Marwa had called me to speak to students on TED Speak, and I said, talk through your journey of success. And I said, no, I'll talk about failures. Because that's what taught me how to succeed. You know, we look at the destination which is successful, but let me tell you, everyone who has reached the destination has walked through lots of streets of failure. And unless you do that, unless you face them, unless you fight them, unless you challenge yourself, you don't succeed. Mental health is nothing but your ability to understand, introspect, realize your weaknesses and work upon it so that you can do better. I'm not going to speak much because what we're going to hear and what we're going to see is simply going to be a learning process for all of us. And students and delegates, this is the best thing you can give to yourself. That is mental health, happiness. To get good mental health, you should be happy. To be happy, Your mind should be meaningful. Your thoughts should be meaningful. You should be positive in thinking. It's not easy. It's not as easy as it's said, but it is definitely possible. You should not get scared that there's a problem coming, because if you get scared, the problem surely reaches you. But if you decide that there's a problem coming and I need to fight it out, then you're able to ward it off. And I think that's what we are going to see unboxed and how to do it. And welcome all the delegates who have come, panelists who are here. Thank you for coming here, and God bless you, and have a wonderful morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your words have motivated us to move ahead with zeal and zest. Project Unboxed, the Maiden Youth Mental Health Conclave, organized by Delhi Private School Sharjah, is intended to raise awareness about mental well-being. It is meant to identify and promulgate the best practices and techniques that can be used to help meet the rising demand of the current world.
The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely just the absence of disease and infirmity. So, we are asking these important questions today.
Are we healthy?
क्योंकि यहाँ पर अभी भी स्टिल लोग ये समझते हैं कि दिमाग की प्रॉब्लम होना बहुत शर्म की बात है। बॉडी की प्रॉब्लम वो नॉर्मल है, क्योंकि सबको बता सकते हैं। Hey guys, I'm in the hospital. मुझे किडनी फेलियर है, लंग इन्फेक्शन, जॉन्डिस। लेकिन अगर दिमाग की प्रॉब्लम हो तो सारी की सारी फैमिली एकदम साइलेंट।
Productivity Commission has called for a drastic overhaul to the way mental illness is managed.
We want to turn now to the alarming mental health crisis.
A rising number of children and teens showing up in need of mental health care.
If ever there was a time to invest in mental health, it's now.
And I think a large part of one's road to recovery is to accept what you're going through and to not challenge it, but to embrace it.
It's time to change the way we think about mental illness. It's time to change the way we treat mental illness.
Sometimes it's okay to not be okay. And I'm gonna build those steps, and I'm gonna do what I have to do to reach that same goal.
It's important to normalize the fact that we all as human beings experience the same range of emotions.
Look, any opportunity I can to share an experience or share a little bit of insight that I've gained over the years when it comes to mental health and kind of battling things, I'm happy to share it, and if it helps out one person.
They say 1 in 6 people experiences anxiety and depression in India. But I feel the number is a lot higher. Raise your hand if you ever felt like the world doesn't understand you. Raise your hand if watching people's lives on social media makes you anxious. Have you cried in the shower yet? Raise your hand if you're pretending to be okay in front of friends and family. Now close your eyes. Raise your hand if there are moments when you feel completely alone. Now open your eyes and look around. You're not alone. You're never alone. When the mind is in a state of dullness, stimulate and awaken it. When the awakened mind thus becomes turbulent, calm it down. Can anything be more complex than the mind? Good morning. I am Arya Sabu, your cultural coordinator and co-head of creatives for Project Unboxed. Today is not just an ordinary day. It is the beginning of a journey that we hope will make a lasting impact. We gather here to unbox the complexities surrounding mental health and create a space where voices can be heard, minds can be nurtured, and hearts can heal. Through open and empathetic discussions, we hope to break down the walls of stigma and misconceptions. So, charging into action is Delhi Private School Sharjah. To showcase our journey, we look upon an individual who is quintessential in the academic field. I am speaking of none other than Her Excellency, Dr. Muhaditha Al-Hashimi. Here is a person, quote unquote, who brought in a sense of belonging amongst the over 125 schools across Sharjah, who opened doors of communication and sharing, who insisted that every teacher must be a learner, who encouraged institutions to meet and share best and great practices, and whom we believe will thrust schools in Sharjah as extraordinary hubs of learning. Delhi Private School Sharjah is the biggest beneficiary of her expertise and guidance. Your Excellency, I am only echoing the words of our principal and all of our members. We are indeed blessed to have Her Excellency, Dr. Muhaditha Al-Hashimi, to inaugurate the UAE's first ever Youth Mental Health Conclave. Her Excellency, Dr. Muhaditha Al-Hashimi, is the chairperson of the Sharjah Private Education Authority, which regulates private education in the Emirate of Sharjah, United Arab Emirates. Also, Her Excellency serves as the president of the Sharjah Education Academy, a non-profit graduate school of education and professional learning institution, apart from holding several senior positions in education and healthcare institutions. Dr. Al-Hashimi is the member of several national and international boards and councils, including the Audit and Compliance Committee of the University of Sharjah and a member of the Board of Trustees in the University of Khor-Fakkan. It is my deep honor to invite Your Excellency, Dr. Muhaditha Al-Hashimi, to share her thoughts and expertise on this crucial subject.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and really my pleasure that you have invited me. I am really honored that I am with you today. Thank you so much for this invitation. Thank you. I know people think of SPIA, and especially students, is the place that we will get holidays. When is it going to be a holiday? Are we going to get a holiday? You have that questions, right? Well, we really thrive with students. We really thrive with principals and schools that are pushing the envelope for the next new thing. Mental health is not new. My background is in healthcare as well. Mental health is not new. But what is new now, it's coming more and more at the forefront. I am so touched today to see that such an event led by students, not psychologists, not counselors, not teachers, Students, well done. Well done. Unboxed, the name is very mysterious, right? Quite creative. Whoever chose that name and whoever the groups of people, of students who've chosen it, well done, because it really does give us what it means in mental health. It is a mystery. We all think that mental health is somebody else. It's going to happen to somebody else. It won't happen to me. I have some news for you. We all go through some sort of disturbance, challenges, stress. How many of you in this room does not have any stress? Raise your hand. Not a single person raised their hand. That's one type of mental health. And especially for grade 12, I understand that most of the audience here are students who are approaching finishing their school, going into a bigger challenge, a different chapter of your life, which is university. I'm wishing you all the best for that, because mental health will be even more important when you are in university. And perhaps you remember the story. Can I share with you a story? So when I was graduating, or trying to really make my parents proud, like we all do, right? Many, many years ago, I don't want to tell you when. I thought that I can do everything. I had high grades. I was the eldest in my family, and the first person who was going to be getting the opportunity to actually study abroad in our family, both my mom's side and my father's side. So I thought, wow, I can do anything. And I went to the United States to study. At that time, everything, of course, was different. For me, I've never seen snow in my life. I saw snow for the first time. It was cold. It was really a different place. And I'm sure some of you will remember this story when you go to universities, depending on where you choose. And then what happened? That person who said, I can do, and I will, and I have high grades, and I am, really started becoming, what can I say? How do I describe myself? In my first year, I was afraid. I was very anxious. I didn't know how to deal with those emotions. And thankfully, I had a mentor in school, at the university, who said to me, don't worry, let's do it one day at a time. One day at a time. If you're stressed or you're anxious, take it one day at a time. And that's what worked for me. Many other things we did, but that really gave me the ability to go through my first year of university, which was very challenging in a different country that was very cold, 6 months of cold weather, darkness, no sun, different from what UAE is, right? Full of sun. And so my story, what I want to say to you is that it can happen to any one of us, and it's not wrong. And we all have to overcome it. We will, and then you become stronger. I became stronger in year 2. I became even stronger in year 3, and so on. So I am very, very pleased and happy to be with you today. I really didn't prepare a speech, Ms. Vandana. I love to talk to students, so I really admire your energy. I can feel this energy in the room, by the way. I admire your energy. I admire your passion. And all I want from you is to continue this journey, Ms. Vandana, at the school level, at your personal level, at your own, when you graduate from school and you go to university. So thank you so much for putting this together. I'm really looking forward to see the different parts of this event today. And maybe one day we take it at the Sharjah level. Why not, right? Do that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable perspectives. I request you to now kindly declare the conclave open.
I feel like I'm a judge now in the courtroom. We declare this event open. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. What mental health needs is more sunlight, more candor, and more open conversations. Good morning, one and all. I am Satwik Gautam.
And I am Mariam Abdul Khawi.
We are the President's Wellbeing and the conclave heads of Project Unboxed 2023.
Currently, we face an impending mental health crisis, and the solution to any problem can only be found through discussions and deliberations. And Project Unboxed is that platform through which we will be mapping the mental health of our communities. Today, we celebrate a monumental moment as we stand on the threshold of proactive change. In a symbolic act that echoes our commitment to mental health, we would like to introduce one more initiative, a helpline for students seeking support and counseling.
To activate our helpline, it is my esteemed pleasure to invite Ms. Rama Sharma, who serves as a spokesperson for CBSE. Ms. Rama Sharma, through the CBSE counseling program, has been making efforts to promote mental health and wellness awareness among students and parents, and facilitated outreach via telehelpline, Q&A columns in national and international newspapers, manuals, and handbooks. May I now request Ms. Rama Sharma to please come forward and activate the helpline. Thank you, ma'am. This helpline aims to provide students academic and personal support. Our school counselors with vast years of experience will respond to their queries immediately. Mental health is a vast realm calling for our attention. This conclave is driven by 7 areas of focus, each dedicated to a specific facet of mental health. Metaverse, gender roles, healthcare, resilience, substance abuse, exercise and nutrition, and welfare and equity, through which we aim to truly understand the challenges we face and to find solutions that make a difference.
The heart of our conclave lies in 2 committee discussions of 60 minutes each. Students participating in constructive conversations, guided by the wisdom of our experts, will delve into the depths of our committee's focus, uncovering issues and proposing innovative solutions.
As a bridge between these thought-provoking sessions, we will immerse ourselves in an art experience like no other. Each one of you will be invited to create an origami of a butterfly, a symbol of transformation, resilience, and hope. The butterflies will be used to craft a mosaic, a collective representation of the myriad emotions of human dimension.
To bring it all together, a captivating panel discussion with our esteemed panelists, which will be chaired by Ms. Rama Sharma.
The panel discussion is where the solutions proposed in its committee sessions will be presented. Alongside our panelists, we will engage in a question and answer session, delving into the theme, the big picture, mental health, consciousness, and interconnection.
So, as we begin today, let's embrace the spirit of cooperation, understanding, and empathy. Together, we can map the mental health of our communities and create a brighter and more compassionate future.
We look forward to each one of you to visit the committees in session and witness the excitement of deliberations, discussions, debates, and solutions. I'm sure there'll be a takeaway for every one of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our journey today, we would like to capture some moments to be cherished forever. So, we extend a cordial invitation to our esteemed guests to step forward onto the stage for a photograph with our principal, which will be a collective commemoration capture forever. I request our distinguished guests to kindly accept this small token of appreciation, mementos signifying a gratitude to all. This memento has been designed by our School I Create Entrepreneur Club using CNC, laser cutting, and 3D printing techniques.
Thank you to our esteemed guests for your presence, and we look forward for the exciting day ahead.